Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I'm going to read out some of the other quotes from the book I Am That by Nisargadatta Maharaj. And these quotes are from the last section of the book, though probably I will still create videos because I started summarizing, I started recording the quotes from probably not from the beginning but later on, so maybe I will summarize. I will quote some of them, some of the texts that are from the beginning of the book. Question: you keep on telling me that I am dreaming and that it is high time I should wake up. How does it happen that the Maharaj who has come to me in my dreams has not succeeded in waking me up? He keeps on urging and reminding, but the dream continues. Answer: it is because you have not really understood that you are dreaming. This is the essence of bondage, the mixing of the real with the unreal. In your present state, only the sense I am refers to reality. The what and the how I am are illusions imposed by destiny, by accident. The dream happens to be beginningless, but in fact it is only now, because people would always ask him how everything started, how the world started, how everything came into manifestation. So here Maharaj says that it's beginningless. But in fact, it is only now, because it's an illusion. It's like when we are dreaming, we create the dream and it's not started from the very beginning. It's just everything is like when we are dreaming, everything, the story is already maybe halfway developed, and then we start dreaming. And then in the dream it's the same like this world, and then we can ask how it all started, and it's possible to see that it doesn't have any beginning, or that it's only real now, it only exists now. From moment to moment you are renewing it. Once you have seen that you're dreaming, you shall wake up. So if we believe that this what we see is real, then we are renewing this reality and the world is reality, this illusion, from moment to moment. But you do not see because you want the dream to continue. So many people who would come to Maharaj, they would say that I want to wake up, but actually they don't want. Deep inside they want the dream to continue, and therefore it continues. A day will come when you will long for the ending of the dream with all your heart and mind and be willing to pay any price. The price will be dispassion and detachment, the loss of interest in the dream itself. So when you're really fed up with the dream and no longer want to dream, when you don't have any more desires, any likes or dislikes, you just lose attention. You no longer are interested in the world, and only then you can wake up. Try to be, only to be. The all-important word is try. Allot enough time daily for sitting quietly and trying, just trying to go beyond the personality with its addictions and obsessions. Don't ask how, it cannot be explained. You just keep on trying until you succeed. So here he says that you don't even need to meditate. You don't have to have any formal meditation practice, but you just sit and stay with yourself. If you persevere, there can be no failure. See the urgent need of being free of this unnecessary self-identification with a bundle of memories and habits. The steady resistance to unnecessary is the secret to success. And he also says that you should reject that which is not real. You can affirm to yourself that what you're witnessing, it cannot be real. What you are sensing, it cannot be real. So you keep rejecting that which is possible to sense. Your interest in others are egoistic, self-concerned, self-oriented. So some people think that they really care about the world. Yet Maharaj also says, for example, that those same people enjoy their breakfast, enjoy their dinner, though in the other part of the world many people could be dying and wars are always taking place, but then some people get attached to particular wars and says this is horrible, but ignore others. So it's all to do with self-interest. You are not interested in others as persons, but only as far as they enrich or ennoble your own image of yourself. So this is the egoistic, the lie of the ego, the deception of the ego. Some people, they think themselves very caring, but it could be just ego posing as a caring individual. And the ultimate is in selfishness is to care only for the protection, preservation and multiplication of one's own body. By body I mean all that is related to your name and shape, your family, tribe, country, race and so on. And I also think this is the ultimate selfishness, when people can they will cheat others to make their family, to feed their family. This is, for me, this seems like the greatest height of ignorance, because we are all connected. So if you cheat others, you will be hurt. But some people, they just believe that their family is the blood family and they are not related in any way to the rest of humanity. A man who knows that he is neither body nor mind cannot be selfish, for he has nothing to be selfish about. Question. You see love everywhere, while I see hatred and suffering. The history of humanity is the history of murder, individual and collective. No other living being so delights in killing. Answer. If you go into the motives, you will find love of oneself and of one's own. People fight for what they imagine they love. Again, the same like in the previous quote. People who disconnect themselves from others, but they just care for their own families. They may not kill, but this is the same principle that causes wars. Love is boundless. What is limited to a few cannot be called love, and this is hard to learn for us. It's a very difficult lesson that love should be unconditional. It's very easy to want to grasp onto what you have. But once you are awake, once you understand this is illusion and you are liberated, then you love everyone. All is loved and lovable. All is within my consciousness. All is my own. It is madness to split oneself through likes and dislikes. I am beyond both. I am not alienated. So Maharaj says here that everything is happening in his consciousness. The whole world is created by ourselves, by our minds. So what's there to hate or specifically like or dislike? It's the whole story is created by our mind, so it's from us. So once we understand that, then we can no longer hate some things and love other things. Question. To be free from like and dislike is a state of indifference. Answer. It may look so in the beginning. Persevere in such indifference and it will blossom into an all-pervading and all-embracing love. This is beautiful, because many people think that it's like you live a vegetable existence if you don't have likes and dislikes. Yet this state is very active actually, and it's pure love. Moods are in the mind and do not matter. Go within, go beyond. Cease being fascinated by the content of your consciousness. When you reach the deep layers of your true being, you will find that the mind's surface play affects you very little. So here Maharaj says that at first you may be very interested in the world, but if you stay with yourself, you will go beyond the surface consciousness into something that is immovable, something that is unchangeable, and then whatever happens to you in this world, you will find that your mind will not be affected to a great degree by it. Ajnani, the one that is wise, a wise one, probably it's also an awakened one, is neither the perceived nor the perceiver, but the simple and universal factor that makes perceiving possible. So when you are liberated, you no longer even think yourself to be a witness, a perceiver, but the factor that makes perceiving possible. Question: am I so hopelessly lonely? Answer: you are as a person. In your real being, you are the whole. So as long as we think ourselves to be people, there will be a certain amount of loneliness. For some people more, for some people less. But once we get in touch with our true being, then we are in touch with the whole world. We are the whole world. Question: there must be some common factor which unites us. Answer: to find the common factor, you must abandon all distinctions. Only the universal is common. So sometimes he would say that he has nothing in common with the worlds of other people. He would say, I live in my own world, you live in my own world, in your own world. And the only way for other people to perceive his world is when they totally abandon all judgments, likes and dislikes, fears and desires, because once all these things are abandoned, then and only then people are able to perceive reality, and that's the same reality that Maharaj is aware of. Be free of desires and fears, and at once your vision will clear and you shall see all things as they are. So it's the same like I just told. As long as there are desires and fears, our vision is obscured by them and our consciousness is disturbed. And once we don't no longer like some things and dislike others, and we no longer have desires, then we can really see this reality the way that it is. Question: I am in a world which I do not understand, and therefore I am afraid of it. This is everybody's experience. Answer: you have separated yourself from the world, therefore it pains and frightens you. Discover your mistake and be free of fear. That is the mistake, and that's why people feel afraid, because they think themselves to be separate from the world, and therefore the world looks scary, like some alien thing. Yet, if we understand that we are the creators of the world, then what's there to be afraid of? Question: you are asking me to give up the world, while I want to be happy in the world. Answer: if you ask for the impossible, who can help you? The limited is bound to be painful and pleasant in turns. If you seek real happiness, unassailable and unchangeable, you must leave the world with its pains and pleasures behind you. Some people, they want to get liberated only when they experience painful things, and yet when happy things come, they forget about meditation and other things spiritual. Yet all souls understand that pain always follows pleasure, pleasure always follows pains. It's never ending, and the only way to stop that is just to get dispassionate about this whole world, and then we are able to wake up. So this is the last quote, and I think that I'm going to continue with this series. As I said, I started reading, I read this book many times actually, I Am That by Nisargadatta Maharaj, but this time when I started reading it, I did not make any notes of my favorite quotes, And then maybe after, I don't know, maybe 300 pages or so, I started making notes. So what I will do, I think that I will start reading this book again, just to make notes of my favorite quotes and continue with this series. So that's all for this video. I hope you are safe and well. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Take care.